Namaste. Uh, namaste to the white hat words, all the good guys. Um, so I continue the fight. Nobody's watching my videos, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. But I have to keep spitting the truth. If I'm making videos, I better be spitting the truth. Oh no, I lost my pen. No. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm gonna keep spitting the truth because they did a lot of perverted things to me in this Illuminati laboratory, a literal Illuminati laboratory. I did what they wanted, when they wanted, why they wanted. I was chemically lobotomized. I was hypnotized for as long as I can remember, since the age of 15. So anything and everything they wanted to do, they did. I would wake up with entry marks of like all over my body, mostly here, a couple times here, just throughout the years. And what that was doing was it was keeping me hypnotized. So whatever and every time and any time that they wanted something from me, I would just go okay, all right. Nobody knew nobody was the wiser. Nobody had a clue. So I want to start this with subatomic bomb. It's what I heard from the right. And I think this one came from spirit. Subatomic bomb. People were heading into World War III. Don't hate each other. People from countries don't hate each other. Hate the secret society who's perpetuating this World War III. Stop hating each other. It's all hypnosis. It's all conditioning. Okay, so this is the things that they did to me, and some of the things that they did to me in the laboratory. Because I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe it if I gave you half. This is just a little taste. A little taste. Okay. What and they did whatever they wanted to me, including gang stalking. Gang stalking since the age of 15. They have to justify what they're doing with the millions that they spent on me, the man hours, the gang stalking the people. They have to justify it. So they needed to gang stalk me as well. Besides the laboratory mouse, I was a laboratory mouse almost my entire life. Well, I'm coming forward with this because they're doing to millions what they did to me. I was the, ooh, look at what he's doing like that. But I'm a human drone. I'm still wired. I still have military technology in me. I have alien technology in me. I'm still wired from that to go, which they hate to hear, but I'm still wired. What they do with the wiring. Say for example, they do all kinds of things with the wiring. The wiring works with the chemtrails and the nanobots and so they needed me to do something, and those nanobots wasn't performing fast enough. They would use the hard wiring. Say for example, they wanted me to sit down and get out of the way. The hard wiring would yank my body and sit me down. Just to give you an idea what the hard wiring does. Also, if you're gonna get into a fight with one of theirs, for example, what they did to me was, I was standing there, and they closed my eyes with the hard wiring. Closed my eyes. And in front of this brother, he was like 6'5", he would have killed me. I'm not kidding. That's what they do with the hard wiring. They shut my eyes, and I couldn't even protect myself. I was chemically lobotomized. I couldn't protect myself verbally and physically, and I'm not kidding. It's what they do in the laboratory. Was what they did to me, factually. Okay. When I was at the hot dog stand in Chicago, I was 15 years old. I would tell them how my mom abused me. I was molested and abused. I don't hold it personal against my sisters or my mom. They are victims of the machine as well. If you could just wrap your heads around that, but they don't know it. My one sister passed away. I see her up here. I wasn't even announced. She just came to talk to me. And my other one was recruited. See, I'm being attacked here, but luckily I wrote everything down. So I was molested and tortured by them, but I don't hold it personally. They were victims too. All kinds of. So I was telling them, my bosses, wires, wire hangers, irons. Third degree when I was a kid. I still have the scars when I was a kid. just you can't concussion. So, slapped me, lifted me off my feet, sent me across the room at the age of 5, my mother, twice, and then just a lot of things, right? So I told them, so they started doing it. The hot dog stand started torturing me. They grabbed me by the neck a few times, slapped me in the face a lot of times, and what else? They would just torture me. Like I would just be standing there, and my boss's girlfriend, he was married, but my boss's girlfriend would come up to me and just hurt me like this. I couldn't. I think what they were doing was making sure that the chemical lobotomy was working, because they did what they wanted to me. Let me tell you. For a long time, they had one of theirs say, give me this, okay. I would reach into my pocket and just give them money. Chemical lobotomy, scary. That's just some of the things that they did to me in the laboratory. I got more. And then believe me, I'm not even scratching the surface. You'll wake I would wake up with burns around my mouth. And my partner would wake up full of sperm. Yeah. My partner also woke up full of stitches. I would wake up full of stitches. Other people in my life, I'm trying to be clean because if they don't want to be involved, I don't want to involve them. I have to respect that. Other people in my life would wake up with scars and cuts. And in scary movies, they say, oh, a demon scraped you. But at the time, quite honestly, it's because somebody carved you up and wired you up. Scary, huh? You ain't heard nothing yet. So they do things like that. To me, that's what they did to me. And then the people that they didn't murder or raped in my life, they regret. Yeah. Okay. The things they did to me in the laboratory. Yeah, I would wake up, or somebody would wake up full of somebody else's. Yeah. Bugs. They would fill my body with literal bugs. Yeah, I can tell you the details on that, but they'll probably stop this video. I'm not kidding, that gruesome. That gruesome. Bugs. Yep. Stitches. I would wake up with stitches on my eyelids. Like I told you that story, but I stood there and they closed my eyes, they shut me down. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even walk away. They would have killed me. This brother was from prison. He was, you know what this guy's from? He was from Attica. A righteous brother. This guy was like my father. He was like, my head was some kind of degree screwed on straight because of him. But we were too close, we were too tight, and they needed to separate. So what else they did to me in the laboratory? That place where I was almost killed by that guy. I loved him, man. I still love him. That guy was like my father, a brother. And that place, a lot of strange deaths happened in that place. But that place was the place where they would take me out every weekend and just give me all the coke I can handle. That place, that candy company in Skokie, Illinois. Yeah. I got your thoughts. I received your thoughts. Yeah, so they are part of the secret society, the experiment. So I would be drugged up. Everybody in my life in that company who pretended to be my friends were handlers. And every weekend came up, hey Hector, we're doing drugs. Okay, hey, we're gonna go get girls. Okay. I had a girlfriend with a kid at home. Yeah, you want to stay quiet? I'm gonna do everything within my power to expose you nasty, dark secret society. If they prosecute you, they do. If they don't, they don't. But let the world know the garbage that you are. Yeah. Control, literally. Yeah, they would just slap me, choke me. Like, I would stand there in the hot dog stand, and his girlfriend would come up to me and just pinch me, just torture me for years. They had to make sure I was chemically lobotomized. They could do whatever they want. Here, they, to this day, they walk in, as soon as I walk out of here, I'm in South Dakota. They walk in. They take what they want, my weed. They take what they want, when they want, why they want. They leave my garage door open. I can't call the cops. I called the cops recently. They wouldn't come over. Not for almost 2 hours. Interesting, huh? Chicago cop, same thing. Any cop in my life, in my laboratory, involved with me is dirty. Chicago, you talking corruption? my child support lawyer, he was bought and sold. He didn't even, I don't even know why I hired him for. Everybody just took whatever. Anyway, so that's what they do in the laboratory. People are bought and sold, judges, lawyers, cops, yeah. And in my laboratory, especially anytime and every time well, just laboratory, because they did a lot of weird perverted things. No one opposed them because at the time the planet was in charge by Ashtar and his army. It was a prison planet. It's not a prison planet no more. So the traders, the human rhinos, the secret society, the rhinos, they were trustees. They're no longer trustees. They're actually on the run now. They haven't talked about it officially, but they're on the run now. Yeah. You did a lot of bad things. So, and then at that time, nobody opposed the sexual perversion or whatever that they were doing. No one, not one person, not one cop, not one detective, no one, not one judge, no one. Well, I did what they told me to do or what they had me do, and not one person came to stop me. Not one. They would have been murdered. At that time, they would have been murdered. Oh, shit. Nothing. Oh, yeah, nothing is safe for me. Nothing is safe. At the time when I was at the candy company, I was chemically lobotomized. So they had, one day I woke up and I had more fresh needles. So again, they were, I guess, testing me or something. So I went to work. One of their Freemasons, a short little Puerto Rican guy, with the first initial D, and his last name was with the first initial R. Comes up to me and says, "Give me your IDs." And I said, "Okay." I gave them. Went to the hospital that same night, ran up a bunch of charges in my name. Who in their right mind is going to reach into their pockets and give them the IDs? Yeah, that's what they do in my laboratory. This and then some, but I just want to give you an idea of what they did in the laboratory. Nothing is safe. They come in here when they want, take what they want. One day I came back, my garage door was open. It's what they do. Weed, stolen, again. Job I had. Every job I had, I got set up to get fired. Every job I had. Conway, CCX, I was fired there. Worked there 15 years. Every year they gave me 10 days for not missing, 10 days, 10 sick days paid. If you don't use it, you lose it. I lost it. 15 years. One day I came into work, somebody says, "You threatened me." And then he had some other Freemasons back him up and I got fired. I didn't fight it. That was the place where I found out that the judges and lawyers and everybody was corrupted in Chicago. I was like, why fight it? For what? They're all corrupted. They're all dirty. So I walked out. One day, I'm a vegetarian, but I was accused of stealing 300 pounds of meat in one of my trucking jobs. Another one, I was accused of going to work drunk. Came to work, all of a sudden I see people just standing there and they come up to me and say, "You're drunk, you gotta go." I said, "Okay." I tried to fight it, but I was like, "Okay, I'm out of here." One day I went to work, loaded my truck, got everything ready. The guy came up to me and says, "Hey, you're fired." I said, "Okay." I walked out. I was like, I'm so used to this. I was like, "Okay, take care. Hey, have a nice holiday." Okay. Never missed Conway. That was the place they stole millions from me. But mentally, physically, I couldn't protect myself. I couldn't do it. That place, Conway, CCX, stole my millions. I won $1 million. Never told my wife. They probably told her. Millions. I never told her because at the time I didn't want to. We didn't get along or whatever for whatever irreconcilable differences, But I didn't want to tell her because on top of everything that they did, that she witnessed, and she just didn't know how to articulate it. I didn't want to make it worse by saying, "Hey, we won millions, but they stole it." So I never told her. But yeah, they stole millions there. At the hot dog stand, they stole $200,000. I don't care about the money. But just what they do when you're chemically lobotomized, you can't protect yourself. This is what they do to children, to move children and sex traffickers. This is what they do. They drug them off. I can tell you things of nightmares. Things of nightmares. The bugs, if I told you more about the bugs, Things of nightmares. Uh, yeah, fire. They do whatever they want in the laboratory. Okay. Uh, they would hook me up with candy company. Okay, I told you about that. Chicago, Skokie, Illinois. All the coke, all the insane amount of coke I can handle. Nobody opposed. Everybody in that candy company, everybody was a handler, and that company was different, especially different because that was a company that they were training me to be a drug addict. They needed the drugs in my system because it worked better with the nanobots. It also worked with the hardwiring that they put inside me. Why did they do the hardwiring? They didn't have to do it, but they needed the souls of the people involved. So in the secret society, if everybody's involved by one or by hundreds or by thousands, if you're involved in that, you're pretty much toast. And if you're not, die now. Let's see if you're going to heaven. I bet you won't do it. Heavily drugged. Yeah, my entire life. I would wake up with needle marks, do the drugs that they wanted me to. I was a drone. I was a literal human drone. I fought as much as I could when I could. When I would do these weird, horrendous monstrosities, I can tell you, it's like, this is the idea of what being hypnotized and chemically lobotomized is, okay? So I'm going to give you an idea. Imagine a nightmare. Imagine if you have a nightmare of running from wolves. That's your nightmare. Maybe you're scared of snakes. That's your nightmare. Imagine the trichophobia, where you have nightmares of holes in your hands or holes in your... Just imagine your nightmare, your phobia. Now, imagine your nightmare, your phobia going on for hours, days, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your phobia. Just imagine your phobia. Not fun, huh? Imagine that for years, since the age of 15 up until recently. That nightmare. That's the nightmare that I lived, being drugged up. When you do something that they're doing, and you're trying to stop it, but you can't, you do this. You just panic. You fight it. You fight it as much as you can, but your body's doing these things because first you're hardwired. Second, you're chemically lobotomized. You can't. You're vaccinated. You got all these things, and you're trying to fight it. You're trying to tell people, but everybody you tell is dirty. Your own family, your own friends. Yeah. And the people who are hooking up to drugs and telling you let's go have girls, guys, they're dirty Freemasons too. Yeah. And then they put me in the hospital, wired me more up through doctors. I used to wake up with needle marks, entry in points. One day I had the burn thing around my mouth when they were sewing my eyes in my house. They sewed my eyes in my house. I woke up with that knockout thing, like they did like that to knock me out. Why they do that? Because I have too much drugs in me, so they don't use the knockout drug. They use both. They didn't have to do that. The Illuminatis have something that just makes you go this, and you sleep hardcore. I'm telling you, they don't have to work. They don't have to work. So, see, I'm trying to get to these points, but they're attacking me so bad. So, okay, so in my house, they sold my eyes, and I remember that night too because they knocked me out with that whatever the handkerchief is that burns your mouth. I used to wake up with my mouth burned up, and I remember them sewing my eyes. I would feel them yanking and sewing at my eyes. Yeah, I'm still hardwired there. I have the hardwiring here from head to toe. I'm hardwired. It's like it's an alien military. I'm looking at the material now. And you won't see it. You won't see it with an X-ray. You can if you have the right X-ray. You can, but not just your regular X-ray. You know, it's some type of I'm not remember. Okay, but anyways, I got that from Mexico. Yeah, that's the things that they do in the sexual laboratory. One time I was driving. What they do sometimes is when I'm driving my truck. When I used to drive a truck, they would blind my eyes while I was behind the wheel, or they would attack my equilibrium. Like, cause I was attached. I'm still attached here to them. They would send me the message. So you're gonna join us? The minute I say yeah, then I'm gonna have a bunch of friends, and then I'm gonna be taken to those little buildings with the little G's in the front with your little stupid X's. Yeah. So everybody's gonna say, well, he's communicating to them up there. He's a nutcase. But let me tell you, that's how they do it. We're actually behind. We're the ones who's doing this. They talk like this. So I'm tied to them. Anybody who is gangsta by them is tied to them. Sometimes I sit there and I just listen to them panic when they talk about God. They just panic. I'm listening. I'm just watching the whole thing. It's just so interesting. I would wake up sometimes when they were sewing me, but they would just knock me out with that thing. They would sew me down there too. I have entry points down there. Between them. Head stitches. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, at the hot dog stand I used to work at, they used to just stand there and brag how they stole my money. Like he stole my money to buy his girlfriend the house next door, and over, but I couldn't do anything. I was just so out of it. I just looked like some weird kid because I woke up with my tongue sewed to my mouth so that I don't speak properly. Interesting, huh? Yeah. I woke up with sewed up so that I can. I'm telling you, things of nightmares. Yeah. They want me to be quiet. This is what they offer me. They want me to be quiet by recruiting me. They want everything to go away so that I don't say nothing, so that when I'm recruited, everybody in the little sellout human secret society trash can is going to stand there and applaud as I'm walking in and saying, yeah, everything's okay. I'm all better. BS. You wired me up. You drugged me up. You're the ones who are doing a lot of bad things, and you're the ones who's also part of that whole presidential assassination thing. Believe me when I'm telling you, I'm going to talk. There's no compromise here. There's no, I'm going to be quiet, you be quiet. No. There's no prisoners. I got to feed your fat asses. Your fat, nasty, rat, self-serving ways. I got to feed you. No prisoners. Get your aliens and get your trash off this planet and get your secret society and get the hell off. Yeah, you destroyed lives with that machine. See, because what they did to me as an experiment, they're doing to millions. When people find out, it's not going to go over well. So people have to get grounded. You have to get grounded. You have to find your God, find your love, find your heaven. Get grounded, because when the truth comes out, it's not going to be good. Doctors in this laboratory, all my doctors, all my dentists, anything having to do with them is in their pockets. Right now, I'm on an official hit list. I'm on a hit list. That's why my teeth are jacked up. I can't go to the dentist. I am officially on secret society hit list. Like, doctors have that hit list. Some militaries have that hit list. Thank you to the military, who are good guys. Green Berets, Red Berets, Marines. We love you guys, man. I did videos on this, but I was too quick to dump videos, and I dumped a lot of good videos, man. Okay, so so I'm on a hit list. I can't go nowhere. Insurance money, it makes no difference. I'm on a hit list. I can't go nowhere. What they do in this laboratory? Okay. They will skim your money. And this laboratory, they skimmed my check. I was making $3 an hour. They would make me work 3 8-hour shifts. I was drugged up out of my mind. I would wake up with needle marks in my over here and sometimes here. How I knew it was there, because it's uncomfortable. You're like, what the heck? You look down and you see the puncture and how it's all this and that. So they would stand there and brag. He would stand there and brag to his girlfriend how the secret society was skimming money off of people, especially in Chicago. He would brag to her that it was very easy for them to skim money off checks of their employees, and nobody would know. And I found that so funny, because I was like, I'm making $3 an hour, man, and you're gonna stand there and brag to your excuse me, you're gonna brag to your girlfriend how it's easy to steal money. I was enslaved. I was enslaved in your hot dog stand. You made me work 3 shifts in a row. I was making $3 in a row, $3 an hour, and you still had the need to skim off my check. Uh, Come on, man. Oh, so the point I was getting to is in this laboratory, that's what they would do. They would brag. But he would also say that every secret society company who is owned by a secret society does that to their employees, especially in Chicago. If you're working in a company, the company is secret society, your check is being skimmed, uh, according to them. So sometimes if you guys see me in my video, you see how this is like this, all swollen. They attack my gums. I'm wired. They attack my gums and my teeth, and whenever they don't like something, like they'll attack it like it's like a toothache, but it's an attack. Scary, huh? You have no idea. Yeah, anybody who got involved, anybody who got mistakenly involved or mistakenly showed some attention, they got taken out. Just taken out. Or disappeared. So in this laboratory, in this sexual laboratory, this Illuminati laboratory, they did whatever they want. They had everybody in their pockets: judges, lawyers, child support lawyers, everybody and anybody. Especially in Chicago, you're in their pockets. You get in the way, you get taken out or sacrificed. Somebody will sacrifice. And so they tried to justify it by also gang stalking me, by making it look like it's okay to do what they're doing to a person like me in front of their little secret society sellouts, by making me join. And it's not okay. You're just an army of child molesters. You're an army of bank robbers, cowards, traitors, snitches who snitch on each other, who when get caught, they try to join us. That's what you are. A bunch of garbage. Secret society sellout garbage. That's what you are. Self-serving fat rats. This is my answer to you thinking that I'm going to sell out and join. Nah. No. So they want me to sell out so that I can be quiet and I can just all of a sudden disappear and everything is going to go on and carry on. But that's not going to happen because what they do is a truly evil, perverted monstrosity. Where the junk comes in is the fact that they're so willing to run. They're so willing to snitch on each other. They're so willing to say, yeah, we make God angry, but we have to run when we gotta run. They're garbage. This is garbage. Evil, you're garbage. You're garbage. Basura que son ustedes. Cobardes que son ustedes. You trash. You're so gangster because when you want to gang stop somebody, you're gonna bully them into joining. You stupid rats. If they don't want to join you, they're gonna be a sellout. When they join you, guess what they are to you? An army of sellouts. They're willing to sell out. Stupid. Figure it out. Jack. Oops. So this is some of the things that they did in my sexual laboratory. Even my fingertips are wired. Like if you're sleeping and you happen to be laying like this, they will pop your fingertips in a not very nice way. My entry points down there, they pop my other super genius head. Yeah, like in the middle of sleeping or even in the middle of conversation, you could be out and working, and all of a sudden they'll pop it. It's part of the torture. And if somebody's speaking to you, they'll just mangle your ears not to hear anything, so that you look like an idiot. You sound like an idiot, and you're not. But because you're wired a certain way, you look and come across as a weirdo, as an idiot. You can't communicate. You can't express yourself because you're chemically lobotomized. So guess what? I know something about this machine, and I have to speak up because you're now doing to children and other humans by the millions with a flip of the switch. People are acting nutty because you cowards are on the run. So your answer is to turn up the little switch so that everybody can act nutty. People have to prepare themselves, and they have to understand the truth. This garbage is coming from secret society. Secret society is owned and operated by China. China is owned and operated by the Illuminatis, who's out there. They're having a galactic war. The war here is different. God doesn't want it here. This planet is different. This planet, she's a god and she's different. And God is going to be very upset when you bring that war here, that World War III here. He doesn't want it here. There is a galactic war and we are going to witness the galactic war. But he doesn't want this planet touched. You're going to understand it. You stupid human morons are going to understand it. I was there when you received the orders from God. I witnessed my Father. And then you morons, you listen to China. China said, forget God, do what I tell you. And you stupid human morons are listening to China. What are you, stupid? You're going to get your asses handed to you. Let me tell you something. I heard him praying again. The chariots, I heard him praying again. You know what you're going to do? You're going to run. You're going to snitch, and you're going to try to join the White Hats. Before you do it, this is what you're going to do. You chunk.